Good morning children, welcome to science class of grade 3. Now today let us do the next subtopic, measuring time, S4 measuring time from block 18 measurements. So in the previous classes we have learned how to measure the length, mass and capacity and what are the tools used to measure the mass, length and capacity. Now today we are going to learn how to measure the time. So what are the tools used by the people in olden days and now what we are using? What are the tools which we are using to measure time? We are going to learn in our topic. So children, if there is no watch or a clock, so can you know a time? What's the time to leave from home to school? No, we cannot know. So there are some of the tools to measure time. So what are the tools used by the olden people and what are the tools now what we are using to measure the time? Let us learn by a story in the reader, children. Now take out your readers. Children, open your reader, page number 111. Look at the story. The Clock Museum. It was Vimal's birthday. Grandpa took him to the clock museum. There, Vimal learned that earlier people used to tell time by change in the position of stars. Then people invented other ways. Vimal saw a sundial. Sundials were the first made by the Egyptians, who used the sun to tell the time. Then came the candle clock. The markings on it told the time as the candle burned. Next was the hourglass. By looking at how much sand had passed from one end to the other, people could tell the time. There was also a pendulum clock that went ding-dong. So Galileo had invented it. As the pendulum swings, a wheel turns the hands of the clock. At the end of the day, the grandpa gave Vimal a gift of wristwatch. You can see here sundial, candle clock, old pendulum clock and hourglass. So sundial also it is showing the markings on it and here also candle clock also showing the markings on it. By the movement of pendulum in this clock we can know the seconds and minutes. Here hourglass. By the movement of sand from one end to the other end we can know the time. So these are the tools which used to measure time in the olden days. Now what we are using, children? We have analog clock, digital clock and even pendulum clock also we are using nowadays. So how did people measure time in the olden days? People, they use the movement of the sun and the moon and the stars in the sky to measure time in the olden days. So by the movement of the sun, moon and stars in the sky, they used to identify what is time. Now, and also they used after the movement of the sun and moon, they have invented the sundial. So which used to measure time by using shadows. Now they also use the candle clock. Here you can see the candle clock is having a markings. The candle clock which had markings they also use to measure the time. By burning the candle, they burned the candle and the markings on it told them how many hours has been passed. Then later came the pendulum clock. Now how we are measuring the time? We are using the clocks and watches to measure the time. They tell us time more accurately. So these are the clocks which doesn't tell the accurate timings. But nowadays we are getting the accurate time. The tools which are used in the olden days, they have not given the accurate time. Now we are getting the accurate time. They also tell us in the time in seconds. The old methods could only tell hours. Moreover, the sundial could only be used in the daytime. So it is not useful in the night times. cannot tell the time, proper time and accurate time in the night times. So nowadays we are using a digital and analog clocks to get the accurate time. So these are the different tools which they used to measure time. Even nowadays we are using the pendulum clock, digital clock and analog clocks. So the pendulum clocks will have two hands which shows the minutes and hours, even seconds also. Here in the digital clocks, you can see the number which gives an accurate time. So what does this story tell, children? Here, first in the olden days, they used the sun, moon and stars. By the movement of that, they used to understand the time. And after that, they came to know the time by sundial, which was invented. Then after that, they used the candle clock to measure the time. After that, hourglass. Nowadays, we are getting the pendulum clocks and analog clocks and even digital clocks. Now, I'll show you the analog and digital clocks. Look at here, an analog clock and digital clock which gives an accurate time nowadays. Here, measurement of time. We need to measure time to get up and get ready for school or office, to catch a bus, train or aeroplane. We also measure time to know how long it will take for us to reach our school or office or to reach any other place or city. We use clocks and watches to measure time. So to measure time, to measure length, mass and capacity, we have learned that they have some particular units. In the same way, even to measure time, they also have the particular units which are used in seconds, minutes and hours. The units used for measuring time are seconds, minutes and hours. Here you have to write seconds, minutes and hours as keywords. Now, an analog clock is a clock with a dial or clock face and hands. The short hand tells you the hour and the long hand tells you the minutes. This analog clock shows the time 8 minutes to 8. A digital clock has no hands or dial. It displays the time in numbers. The dots separate the hours from minutes and the last two digits tell you how many minutes past the hour. So this digital clock shows the time 4:30. You have to read the lesson, children, and you have to write the keywords which is underlined. And the words which you feel hard also you can add in your hard words. Now look at the practice questions. So we have learned how to measure the length, mass and capacity, even measuring time. Now today you are going to complete 7th and 8th answer. What is the amount of water that you drink in a day? So how you are going to measure? The capacity of water you are drinking in a day. So the amount of water you drink in a day you are going to measure and you are going to write. How are electronic balance better than beam or kitchen balances? So electronic balances are more accurate than the kitchen balance and also can measure even very small amounts. So which gives an accurate measurement and also which even measure very small amounts. So you have to complete the 7th and 8th answer. Even you have to write glossary also, children. Write and learn it. Now open your workbooks. Now open your workbook page number 13. Here measuring time. Write today's date. Which tool is shown in the picture? Why? Why have we stopped using it? So this is an sundial. We see a sundial in the picture. We no longer use it because it can be used only in the daytime. So when there is only sun, in the presence of sun only it works. So in the night times we cannot see the sun. So sunlight, if there is no sunlight, this will not work. So sunlight, to know the time, it does not tell us the accurate time, and also it cannot tell us the time on cloudy day. So even if there is shadows and if there is cloudy day, it will not give the exact time. See the second one, draw the standard tool of measuring time. So standard tool, an analog clock, you can draw it here, or digital clock you can write. So you have to draw the standard tool for measuring time. Now see the third one, can we use seconds to tell how much time it takes for you to travel from one city to another? Why or why not? No, we cannot tell time in seconds, as it takes a long time to go from one city to another. We can tell time in a minutes if the distance is less, and the time taken to travel between the cities, even it's in less than an hour. So when it is a long distance, we can use hours. When it is a very less distances, we can use in minutes. So complete your worksheet, children. Read the lesson, and even you have to draw the diagrams of this. Draw this sundial, candle clock, old pendulum clock and hourglass, analog clock and digital clock in your plain side of your classworks, children. Okay, thank you.